So today I'm going to share with you some of my semi-precious stone collection. I've been collecting stones for many years. Since I was a little girl, I used to love collecting stones on the beach, and I remember just having this mountain of stones in my bedroom on my windowsill, and I actually made a display out of them, and I'd get pieces of rock moss and I'd place them around the stones, and I'd visit places where semi-precious stones came from, and I would just collect new pieces. I don't know where most of those pieces that I collected when I was younger have gone now, but I do have some of my collection here that I thought would be nice to share with you and would be quite a tingly experience to do together. So I hope you enjoy this different video from me today, and I will try and share some of my wisdom as to what stones are helpful for different things. I find they help me to relax when I'm going through a difficult period and I need just some time to ground myself. Touching and holding the stones makes me feel very relaxed, and I know a lot of other people feel this way about them too, so I hope you enjoy. So I thought I would go through some different stones and I'll explain what they're useful for and how they can help people. So I'm going to start with my favourite stone, and this is Amethyst. So I have quite a few different pieces of amethyst. This is an amethyst point. As you can see, it's pointed at one end, and it does go into a rough point at the other end. And pointed stones are specifically used to help focus the energy in a specific direction. So to either help with healing, with helping to draw out negative energy from the body, or helping to focus positive energy into the body through using different points in different directions or in different corners of your home. It can help focus the energy away or into certain parts of your life. So that's why amethyst points can be very useful. This is also an amethyst point. Now I think this one is absolutely stunning. It has lots of variations in colour inside it, and I believe that the yellow is that it might have some citrine in there with the amethyst, and possibly quartz because of the white. So different stones become different colours depending on the heat that heat and pressure that they are subjected to underground. So amethyst is quite a popular stone, and occurs quite frequently, and I think it's due to the pressures that the minerals undergo underground, and this can greatly affect the colour or the type of stone that's produced. So I think if we see here where there's slightly yellowing, that this is possibly citrine. I think it's citrine that's quite closely close in composition to amethyst, but it's just that it undergoes a slightly different heat and pressure that creates the different colour. Now this piece is double. It's a double pointed piece and has 6 sides to it. And because of how wonderfully shaped it is in comparison to this one, it is very useful in focusing energy or extracting energy or putting energy into a certain point. So what you can do with crystals as if they're pointed. You can help draw energy or draw out energy depending on the way in which you turn them. So for example, amethyst is very good for mental health and for general relaxation. So if you have a tense muscle or a tense area, you can sort of pull out by rotating it anti-clockwise, pull out that pain, that stress from that part of your body, and you can help put the positive flow in. So it's very good to help you draw out negative energies. I have quite a few amethysts, so this one is a small tumble stoned amethyst. I love the tumble stones because they're easy to take with you anywhere, and they're less likely to get damaged because they've undergone a lot of pressure and stresses already. Because the way they make tumbled stones is they put them in a barrel and they tumble them over and over and over, which breaks off the sharp points, the sharp pieces of them, and means that they are a very solid piece. They're not fragile in the slightest, and they can be really useful for different healing techniques or to place on the body, because they're very soft and tactile, so they're easy to use. My apologies, I have terrible nails. Next time I do one of these videos, I'll try and have better nails for you. So I have some more pieces of amethyst to share with you. I've got 3 more pieces here today. Here is another amethyst point. You can see it's very similar to this piece, but they're just different shapes. So they are very good at drawing out energies or focusing energies. And I love how through the crystals you have got different, I love how you can see inside them and you can see different layers and textures and breaks, and within the crystal themselves. They're just, I could stare at them all day and they make me feel very relaxed. But yeah, there's a couple of points. I'll explain a bit more about points from my very informative book in a minute, just to help us understand them a bit more. I also have a larger piece of tumbled amethyst. Here's a small piece, and here's the larger piece. And you can see again in here there are some yellow sections, which I think is sort of citrine trying to creep in there. But the majority of that piece is amethyst. I love the striations in crystals. I love all the different textures and how you can get lost looking in the you can get really lost looking inside the crystals. And here is a really big piece. This is a really lovely chunk of amethyst. Pieces like this are often quite cheap, even though they're quite big, because you see they are not refined in any way. There's no specific points. They aren't very good at focusing energy because there's no pattern to them. I, however, love pieces this big because you can hold them in your hand, even though they're not sort of tumbled and smooth like these. They do have their own smoothness and texture, and I feel like they're quite powerful, chunky pieces that are very good at holding energy. And I often have pieces like this under my pillow to help me sleep. And I just find just rubbing them, having them in my hand, very calming. This piece I bought when I was in, I think it was Crete. I think I bought this piece when I was in Crete. stones, but that's where I found my beautiful, beautiful, lovely chunky piece that I brought back. But I could just keep buying pieces of granite, and it would just continually make me feel relaxed. So I'm now going to explain a little bit more about why amethyst is such a good, well-rounded stone. And actually, before we continue, in my ring, it's a little bit dull at the moment because it needs cleaning, but in my engagement ring that my husband designed for me, which is this one, there is a piece of brilliant cut amethyst stone in my engagement ring with a little diamond, because it's my favourite stone. So my favourite book about stones is this one, the Crystal Bible, and it basically tells us a lot about different stones, from their sort of healing properties, their rarity, where they come from, their healing properties, as well as where you should wear them on your body to help heal that specific area. So let's just have a little look at amethyst together. So amethyst normally is a purple or lavender colour. They often come in pieces that look like this, and that's a geode. So a geode is where you have a rock, and inside the centre of the rock is all the little crystals, and you break it open to find what's in the middle. They're one of the most common crystals, and they're found in the United States, Britain, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, Russia, Sri Lanka, Uruguay, East Africa, Siberia and India. They are very powerful and protective. They have a very high spiritual vibration, which is why they're used in a lot of gem healing. So it guards against psychic attack, which basically means it helps your mental health, helps you prevent you from becoming overwhelmed mentally. And it is the best at transmuting the energy into love, so it changes negative energy into a loving energy. It helps negative environments become positive environments, which is why it's so well used. It's a natural tranquilizer, and it helps you to feel serene and reach higher states of consciousness and meditation. It's very good at cleansing you from negative energies, and it enhances your spiritual awareness. It's very good to calm your mind or to stimulate it. It makes you have a deeper understanding of things and helps you to become calmer. It makes you feel more focused and in control of yourself, and it helps enhance new ideas and helps you to connect with the cause and effect. This stone helps decision-making process and helps you with common sense and spiritual insights. It helps the neural transmissions of your brain, and it helps you with insomnia, which is why I place it under my pillow. I place it under my pillow because it helps you to sleep. It can help you to feel centered, and it helps you dispel anger and rage and anxiety, and helps you to relieve sadness. It's one of the more spiritual stones. It promotes love and divine insights. It can be placed on the third eye to help stimulate it. And sleeping with it helps out-of-body experiences and brings more intuitive dreams. It transmutes lower energies to the high frequencies of the spiritual and etheric realms. Now, in reference to healing, amethyst helps produce hormones, helps boost their production, and it tunes the endocrine system. So basically, your body's way of filtering itself. It helps your metabolism as well. It helps to clean your organs and helps strengthen your immune system. It helps to clean your blood and release physical, emotional and psychological pain, which is why I love this, because it helps healing in a sort of very all-round way. It helps to ease your headaches and release tension. It can help with bruising, help healing injuries and swellings, and it even helps hearing disorders. It can help diseases of the lungs, so if you're interested in stones and say you are suffering with COVID, it might be helpful to get some amethyst and place it on your chest, just to help draw out all the horrible disease. It helps skin conditions and disorders of your cells and helps your digestive tract. So it helps with digestive problems, it removes parasites, helps your body to reabsorb water, and it helps you have a restful sleep. It helps to link your emotional and spiritual self, and it helps to cleanse the aura. So if you're feeling particularly anxious and stressed and tense, using a piece of amethyst should help you to feel more relaxed and cleanse and smooth your aura. It gets rid of negative energy and helps to stimulate your throat and crown chakras. It helps people to make the transition helps people who are about to make the transition through death and can stabilise psychiatric conditions, but should not be used in cases of paranoia or schizophrenia. So if you were to wear amethyst on your body, the most helpful places would be to wear it on the area that you're most struggling with. So clusters and geodes can be placed also in your environment, and single points. So this is a double point, but this is classed more as a single point because it radiates to that point there, and this one's more of a single point because it gets bigger at one end. So these are single points, and it says that single points are used in healing. So you should place the point in towards you. So say this was you. Place the point in towards you to draw in energy, and to place it outwards, place the point away from you to draw off the energy. So as I was describing before, positive energy in, and then pull out the negative energy. Amethyst is specifically beneficial to you if you wear it over your throat or your heart. And like how I do, it says that if you have nightmares or can't sleep, place it under your pillow. It fades in sunlight, so be careful not to leave it on a windowsill. Amethyst can be in sort of different colours, but mostly lavender. And it depends depends on the generic properties. You can have violet, lavender, amethyst, which is a very high vibration. So violet, lavender, I guess is what most of my pieces are violet, lavender. Double terminated lilac crystals, so I think this is a double terminated, which means it has 2 points. It's got 2 ends. That's a double terminated piece. They take you into beta brainwaves. They can also stimulate and then calm the throat and heart chakras. And you can have flowers. A flower is where all the crystals have come out from one central point, and they can bring light and love into the environment. There are also chevron amethysts, which I imagine might be a little bit like this pattern here. It's almost like a chevron. It's one of the best third eye stimulators. Helps your intuitive vision and your physical vision. It has powerfully focused energy that dissipates and repels negativity. The stone cleanses the aura and aids in auric diagnosis. It's very strong for healing and brings harmony to the organs of the body and stimulating the immune system. So this piece is very, very important for the immune system. I think this is a violet lavender and a chevron lavender, so it's particularly strong. I received this as a gift from my husband, and you can just see how special it is by the patterns. And because it's double terminated and a chevron, it's specifically powerful, this piece. It will help you to find and implement a positive answer to any problem. So that's a very, very special piece I have there. A pineapple amethyst is kind of like lots of pieces kind of clumped on the side, kind of like the shape of a pineapple but a little bit more rough. And they have nodules that cover both the sides, which come from the termination points, the pointed sides. So a pineapple amethyst is described as looking like the turrets of a castle in a fairy tale, so say with kind of like lots of points like this all coming up off a central piece. I'd love a pineapple amethyst. They look beautiful. And they help facilitate contact with the mythic and fairy tale realms and stimulate the imagination. And it can be a very powerful healer for family and collective myths. So if you have lots of points all kind of clustered together, that kind of represents the family and the powers of the family. You can also get pieces such as amethyst wands and anything that's in a wand shape. So sort of like this, but with a dull end at one end. And it could just be plain lavender amethyst, not necessarily with the chevron pattern. And that really helps focus the energy if it's in a wand. It's a very, very powerful piece. So those are some of my pieces of my amethyst collection, which I absolutely adore. And I do have other pieces of jewellery. I think I have some amethyst earrings and some other amethyst necklaces, which are all very precious to me, especially on my engagement ring. this piece is one of my very, very, very treasured pieces. Fluorite, if you can see, has got some beautiful iridescent patches that appear between the green and almost the amethyst coloration. This is a beautiful, beautiful fluorite piece. I think I have some very small pieces of fluorite as well, but this piece sits by my bed, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And there's another gift by my husband. It's such a pretty, pretty piece. I'm going to just remind myself of the properties of fluorite because it's been a little while since I've used it. So fluorite can be in lots of different colours, but this piece is the green and purple version. I think it's a combination of the violet and green fluorites. Yeah, which is really beautiful. It is highly protective psychically, and it helps you to discern when outside influences are at work within yourself, and it helps you to shut off cyclic manipulation. So if you feel like you're being controlled, this really helps you to differentiate whether you are in control or not. Are you being mentally influenced when you shouldn't be? This helps to cleanse and stabilise the aura. And it's very effective against computer and electromagnetic stress. So there is a lot to be said about electromagnetic stress, especially these days. With our increased usage of phones and computers, the electromagnetic stress can cause us to feel unwell, can cause us to feel overwhelmed, and in some people they are particularly sensitive to it and they can feel physically sick, stressed, in pain, have migraines from being in contact with too much electromagnetic stress. So some crystals help to disperse this, and can be very useful to be placed next to computers and mobile phones to help dissipate this negative energy. It helps to draw off negative energies and stresses of all kinds, and it helps to purify and reorganize and cleanse different parts of the body. So this is the best crystal to use in terms of reorganization. Anything that's disorganized, it helps to create stability, helps you reorganize it. And it's just so beautiful. I love when it catches the light. She with these sort of iridescent pieces within it. I don't know if you can see this really beautiful iridescent piece by my nail there, and it's that piece there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Just so beautiful. Some beautiful pieces in there. It helps you to fix your mind and helps bring stability to groups of people, helping them to all think in unison and to all understand each other. It's associated with progress, and helping you to incorporate structure into your life. So if you're feeling a little bit all over the place and you're unsure of how to bring calm, then this is a really, really helpful stone for you. helps dissolve fixed patterns of behaviour, and it gently opens the door to the subconscious. So it helps to bring suppressed feelings to the surface so that you can resolve them. It helps with self-confidence and your dexterity. It helps your physical and mental coordination, and it counteracts some mental disorders. So it helps with clarity. Yeah, it's a very good learning aid as it helps you to organise and process information. So I remember when I was studying or preparing for an interview, I would keep fluorite close at hand because it would help to organise my thoughts. It helps to stabilise your emotions and helps you to understand the effect of the mind and emotions on your body and your relationships. It's a very powerful healing tool, especially when dealing with infection and disorder. So, as with Amethyst, it's definitely something you'd want to have to help you to stay focused and to help you to heal and to prioritise and your body to heal itself. I love these striations here that I've just spotted here, the purple in there is absolutely beautiful. It can be a very good elixir to help against viruses, and it helps your skin's natural healing abilities. Helps with joints and arthritis and rheumatism, and helps with spinal injuries. If you stroke it across the body towards the heart, it provides pain relief. Helps the discomfort of any skin conditions that are particularly painful. And it's supposed to help with wrinkles. Now, I'm not sure how true that will be, but you can always try it out. It can be used during dental work, and also it helps to rekindle your sexual libido, so definitely a stone you want to have. Now, the position on your body where you'd wear this would be your earlobes is a really good place, or place it in your environment, and place it where it would be appropriate for healing, so on that area that's in pain or needs help. So it draws off negative energy and stress, but after it draws off this, it needs to be cleansed when it's been applied. You can place it on your computer or between yourself and the source of electromagnetism to get rid of that electromagnetic smog, that's negative energy. And you can spray the essence of this. You can make essences by placing them in water. There's a specific way to do this. And you can then spray the essence into the environment. And if you can find these as a palm soother, so a palm soother is a big round flat stone you can hold in your palm. They are very good to help you generally feel relaxed. So like I'm doing now, but holding it in your palm for a nice big round stone. They have lots of different colours, but this is my favourite version of fluorite because it almost has like the amethyst combined with the green, and it's such a gorgeous combination, and I think it's one of the more popular combinations of fluorite. the stones in another video. So this piece is a point, like we had with the amethyst. It's a point of citrine. It's very, very crystallized, densely crystallized here, and it has a secondary point that's coming off of it. So it's almost like a cluster formation on the side, on the main, of the main point, which can help with the strength of energy that's being focused if you have more points. So citrine. Citrine is this lovely yellow colour. Citrine is often found next to quartz, as there is similar composition. So I'll just show you what citrine looks like in other formations. So this is what citrine can look like. It's a citrine geode here, and a big piece of citrine. And citrine is again a very good cleanser and a regenerator, as it carries the power of the sun. It is natural citrine is quite rare, but a heat-treated amethyst basically turns it into citrine. So this could have been originally one of my amethyst points. It could have actually been an amethyst point like this, but it's been heat treated, which then changes the compositional properties into citrine. And naturally, when it's found, it's quite difficult to find it like that. And it can be found in Brazil, Russia, France, Madagascar, Britain, and the United States. So it is very beneficial. It's exceedingly beneficial, the stone, because of it holding the power of the sun. It's warming and energizing and very creative, and I would say I'm quite a creative person, so this is why I absolutely love citrine. This crystal never needs to be cleansed, whereas when you use other crystals, often you need to cleanse them after you've used them, when you've extracted negative energy. Citrine, you don't need to do this because it cleanses itself. It absorbs and transmutes and dissipates negative energy, and creates a very protective environment. It can energize every level of your life. It protects your aura, and it's an early warning system in order to help protect yourself. And it can cleanse the chakras, especially the solar plexus and the navel chakras. It activates your crown chakra, so your crown chakra is here. And it opens the intuition, so it helps you to become more aware of your surroundings, intuitive. It's one of the stones of abundance, so it's a good stone for wealth if you're struggling and you need a bit of a boost in that department. Citrine may help. It teaches how to manifest and attract wealth, so it teaches you how to make money or make wealth in some area. It helps you with success and prosperity. It's a very happy and generous stone. Encourages sharing what you have, but it helps you also hold on to your wealth at the same time, so it's a very rewarding stone. gloom and negativity do not hold well around citrine. Citrine helps it to dissipate, and it helps to smooth any discord you have within your family. Helps to raise your self-esteem and your self-confidence, and it helps to remove destructive tendencies. And because I have it in a point, you can use it like you do with the amethyst to help draw out. So if you have destructive tendencies, you could put it on you to draw it out, and then you would place the point towards you to help draw it in, say wealth or prosperity or sharing or healing. It helps to enhance your individuality and helps you with your creativity and self-expression. It makes you less sensitive, especially to criticism, which is something I struggle with, so it helps you to stay calm and balanced. It helps you to develop a positive attitude and help you look forward optimistically. It helps you to go with the flow instead of hanging on to the past. It helps to enhance your concentration and helps to revitalise the mind. So it can help with depression, fears and phobias. And it promotes inner calm and wisdom, so that wisdom can emerge from it. If you wear it as a pendant, it helps you to overcome difficulty in verbalising thoughts and feelings. So sometimes I have so much going on in my head, but I find it very difficult to put them into words and to express what I really mean. It helps to promote your joy in life, which I think we all need a little bit of at the moment. And it helps you to move with the flow of your feelings and become emotionally balanced. So, the main points are to use it for energising and recharging yourself. It helps to stimulate digestion, helps your spleen and pancreas, and negates infections in the kidney, bladder, and helps eye problems. Helps to increase blood circulation and detoxify the blood, and it activates the thymus and balances the thyroid. It has a warming effect and helps to fortify the nerves. It's an eliminator, helps with constipation and cellulite. And you can use it as an elixir, so you add it to water. An elixir is something you drink, which helps. As an elixir, it can help with menstrual problems and menopausal symptoms, such as hot flashes, and helps to balance hormones and helps with fatigue. If you wear it on your fingers or throat in contact with the skin, it's particularly powerful. If you wear it point down, it brings the golden ray of spirit into the physical realm. And if you position it as a different place on your body, that's where it will focus the energy for healing. If you can find a sphere of citrine, like a big globe, you can use that for meditation. And if you place citrine in the wealth corner of your home or of your business, or in your cash box, it can help to bring wealth in. So the wealth corner, if you have the front door of your home is here, and this is your house here. So this is your home. Yeah. And this is where your door is. You would place it in the back left corner away from the front door of your home, and that's your wealth corner of your house. It fades in sunlight, so be careful of putting it on the windowsill. So, thank you for joining me looking at some of my stone collection today. I have so many different ones, and I really want to explain what they all mean and how they can be helpful. So I think it'd be wise to take my time in showing these to you over a series of videos, all focusing on semi-precious stones. And I hope that this video has been relaxing for you today, and that you've learned some new things about how stones can be helpful and how they can help with your energy and healing. And even if we don't totally believe worthwhile doing, and just focusing and grounding ourselves on the beauty that precious stones brings can really help us to feel soothed in what can be a very difficult and agitating time. So I hope you've enjoyed with me sharing these stones with you today, and I hope that you will enjoy exploring some more stones with me in the future. Do you have any favourite precious stones? Are there any that you have in your collection? Have you got a collection? Do you want to start one? And if so, I'd be very happy to share what I know with you of what I've learned through loving and appreciating semi-precious stones. So thank you very much today, and I'll see you again soon for another video. I hope this has helped you to stay calm, relaxed and focused. Take care. I will see you soon.